Happy Vlogmas! So my name is Selena. If you're new to my channel, I started YouTube about 14 years ago and decided 2 weeks ago to get back on YouTube and start making videos and sharing some of the things that I've been doing and some of the things that I'm passionate about. So I figure today's the first day of Vlogmas. What better way to start than to answer the question that everybody has been asking me. How did you end up on Food Network Christmas Cookie Challenge? I'm just kidding. Nobody's asked me that, but I decided what better way to start. It's Vlogmas, and I was on Christmas Cookie Challenge along with my husband. So let's start there for my first Vlogmas. So a little bit about me. I am the owner of a mobile bakery called Embellished Dough. Check me out on Instagram. And I operate out of my home. I make sugar cookies, macarons, cake pops, gourmet big cookies. We participate in a market just about every Saturday. Lately I've pulled back because I'm trying to transition out of the business and go back into fitness full time. And I've been doing it since 2018. I got married in 2017, had my daughter in 2019, started the business in 2018, had my daughter in 2019. I was also coaching at Orange Theory. And after I had her, I decided I'm gonna stay home. So I decided to grow the business into what it is today. In 2020, that December, I decided I wanted to purchase a trailer. So I was looking at it before in 2020 December. I was like, I'm gonna do it. And so we grind because I didn't want to finance it, and my dad helped me out. But we work, lots of market nonstop. Got the trailer in March of 2021. Right around that time, I want to say, or maybe before February, someone reached out to me in my DMs, and it was someone, I think they said they were an agent or scout or something for Food Network, and they were looking for talent for the Christmas Cookie Challenge. And at first I was like skeptical of it, but I have a friend whose husband has appeared on the Food Network, and so I reached out to her, and she was like, reply back and see, whether it is legit. And so I went through the process. I did reply back. I think it was on a Saturday too, when we were at the market, and the young lady called me. She was in California, and she reached back out to me. We had an interview. It was great. And I want to say we talked, and we were going to set up a time for an interview. So we set it up for the next week, and we had the interview. Things went great. And then I was supposed to fill out some paperwork, and then she was going to push me through to have another interview. So in that time, I talked to my dad, I talked to my friend. I didn't even tell my husband until after the fact, right? So I start watching some of the old past episodes. So although I did cookies, I never really looked at Christmas Cookie Challenge. I love Food Network and some of the other shows, but I didn't, which is weird. I hadn't looked at episodes of the Christmas Cookie Challenge. So I took some time and I started watching some of the old videos. Got in my head and I was like, I cannot do this. Like, these are some crazy cookies and things that are thrown at them that they have to do. And I was like, I am not ready for this. I'm a couple years in. And so I was supposed to fill out the paperwork, and then we were supposed to schedule another interview. And I reached back out to her, and I came up with some excuse where I think during the time they were going to do it or something, where it just wasn't ideal for our family. And so I backed out of it and never proceeded. And so I think after the fact is when I told my husband. And again, me knowing some of the episodes that I've seen, I just knew myself I wasn't ready and wasn't comfortable. So fast forward to 2022, early in that year, someone else reached out to me in my DMs, and they must have caught me at a good time because I said yes. So I initially replied back, had an interview with the, I can't recall if it was a lady or a gentleman. It was only 2 years ago. You would think I would know. But it was a young lady. So I had an interview. Things went great. And during that time, she asked me if I was married, and I said yes. And she said, would my husband be interested? Like, they're thinking about an idea of having spouses on the show as well. This would be the first time they're doing it. And I'm like, yes, he would so be interested in doing that with me. And for me, I was like, it was perfect. It's my first time doing it, or would be my first time doing it. And that way I'll have like a security, you know, have him there to help support me. So I'm not necessarily doing it by myself. And just some familiarity, and makes me like calm my nerves. So I was like, of course he would do it. So anyways, we went through, I think I had a second interview, and then we had a Zoom interview with one of the two of the producers. It was a gentleman and a lady. We had an interview. I thought that went great. And they also asked about my husband, if he would be interested. And I want to say maybe towards the end of the interview, he may have come on and waved at the end, or, you know, spoke, introduced himself. So anyways, so that was that. Fast forward maybe a couple weeks, and it was around the time where I was trying to figure out what we were going to do for my daughter's birthday, because her birthday's the end of March. But nonetheless, I think I reached out to it was a gentleman that I was supposed to hear back from, to ask them if they knew about when they would know, because I was making plans, I think, for classes, cookie decorating classes. And so he said, yeah, I'm pretty sure you'll be hearing something back. So anyways, so fast forward. Yes, I heard something back. They were interested in having us on for the couples show. So we're on season 6, episode 1 of Christmas Cookie Challenge. And that was the first time they did couples, the only time they have done couples or spouses or whatever. And so, yeah, we went to Tennessee and filmed it. We were there for about 4 or 5 days. And it was amazing. If you haven't seen it, again, it's on demand. Check out Food Network Christmas Cookie Challenge season 1, episode 6. But it was an amazing experience. When I say from the producers to everybody's on the show, the hosts were amazing. Like, they made you feel comfortable. We laughed. We had a great time. Although it was like, in the moment, that was one of the biggest things, because I recall, like, the hosts were talking to another couple, and I'm standing there talking to Antavius, and I'm like, can you believe, like, we're in the kitchen of Christmas Cookie Challenge? Like, we've watched all these episodes, and for us to, like, literally be here, like, we took it all in. And that's one thing sometimes with me, like, I get caught up on the end result or winning or the outcome, and I was able to just allow myself to be in the moment and enjoy the experience and not worry. And that's one thing I told him, like, I'm not concerned about winning. It was more or less saying yes to the opportunity, and who knew what it could lead to from there. So I went in there not concerned about the outcome and winning. Oh, my macarons are beeping. I'll be right back. So I'm so annoyed right now. My macarons are not coming out right, and I'm not sure why. They're coming out lopsided. But nonetheless, I was there. We were in the moment. We had an amazing time, and I'm so glad. I think for me, because I'm a perfectionist and I like things done, I like to be in control of things. I think having him there, it was a perfect opportunity. And the reason why I said no to the previous year, and it was somebody else completely different that reached out to me than that reached out to me to the previous year. But I think it was the second time was the right time, because like I say, he was there to help ease and calm my nerves. And I got to enjoy the experience, met some amazing couples, 2 of them who I still keep in contact with, and we have a great relationship. But yeah, so that's how we ended up on the Christmas Cookie Challenge Food Network. Again, like I said, season 6, episode 1. And I'm so thankful for the opportunity. Like I said, I met some great, amazing people, but it allowed me to step out my comfort zone. And although I do host cookie decorating classes, like, being on such a big stage was so new to me. And who knows if I would have done it if it was just me, you know, maybe if he would have went with me and traveled with me and just been there and supportive. But it was such a fun experience. And the crazy thing is, like, he had just got a new job, maybe a new position, a couple weeks before. So we told everybody that we were going there. We were going to Tennessee. He had a work training event. We were going there for that. The only person that knew where we were going was my dad. I didn't tell my sisters. I didn't tell my daughter Amaya, and neither one of my daughters. So I didn't tell anybody. In the one friend whose husband had been on the Food Network, she knew. I didn't even tell my other girlfriend that we're really close with. I didn't tell her either. So nobody knew. We were able to hold it in until maybe, so it taped, I think, or it aired the first Sunday in November of that year. So we held it up until like 6 months or 8 months. So we held it in that long, not telling anybody. And the way we found out is, or the way we found out, we kept reaching out and saying, hey, when is a good time for us to say something, as it got closer to Christmas holiday when they were getting ready to air. And we never heard anything back. And so one of my old members at Orange Theory reached out to me, and I want to say he sent me a screenshot of us on TV, or I think he did. I think he sent a screenshot and said, "Is this you?" ? And so I think I sent a laughing or smiling emoji back. And so that was the first time we knew that it was out. And that might have been that Saturday. And I think that Sunday we were getting ready to go to church, and how we ended up telling the girls was that we saw the commercial that one of the old members at Orange Theory had sent me. We saw the commercial ourselves, and so we had paused it and then rewound it, and then had the girls come in and show them. And so my oldest, she was asleep, and so when she was like, wait, what? Like confused, completely confused. Luna, I don't know, really, she just saw us on TV, but I don't really know if she knew what was going on. Now she thinks it's the coolest thing. Well, she thinks it was then before, but so yeah, so that's how they found out, and that's how we shared the real reason why we were in Tennessee was to tape that a couple months back. So, but yeah, so that's how I ended up on Food Network Christmas Cookie Challenge. And like I said, it was an amazing opportunity. Although I said no the first time, the second time, I'm so thankful and glad that I did say yes. So in this first video of Vlogmas, I'm like, what better way than to share a Christmas type of story. So yeah, so that's my tidbit on Food Network. And I say, any cookiers out there, if you ever get the opportunity or ever get a DM and unsure, just reply back. As long as they don't ask for any money or anything like that, it may be legit. So anyway, so I'm excited about this whole Vlogmas series. I have a huge market. When I say huge, it's 4 days. Market that I'm preparing for this week. It starts Thursday. Today is Sunday. It starts Thursday. So I'm in the process of making macarons. And like I say, this last batch is like not turning out great. I think I'm letting them rest too long, but nonetheless, I've already done about 15 dozen of each flavor, but the last 2 flavors, like I said, the last couple batches have not turned out right, and I think I'm letting them rest too long. But nonetheless, most of what you'll see this week, it's Thursday through Sunday, is me probably prepping for the market, as well as me at the market and sharing some of our setup and all that. And of course, working out. I worked out 3 days last week, Monday through Wednesday. And then once Thanksgiving hit, I haven't left the house since Friday. Like, I've been grinding and working and no sleep. So putting a lot into the preparation for this market, because I'm thinking it may be my last. Because I spent Thanksgiving working. I think I got up at 6 o'clock Thanksgiving. 6:30. I already went to bed 1-2, and then I got up that morning at 6:30, went to bed, or worked up until about 4:30, and then went to my dad's 8, stayed until about 8, came back and worked. So I'm like, we can't keep doing this. Although it's an amazing market, it's a lot to prepare, and it's 4 days, so you want to make sure you have enough 4 days and not sitting there in a blank booth without any product. So it's a lot that goes into preparation, but also it's taken a lot out of me and me away from just being able to enjoy the holidays. So this is my last one, but again, I will share some of the things that we are offering I'll be back working out hopefully tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. I told my husband I'm gonna get through my macarons today and some of the sugar cookies that I made, and then I'm trying to get into bed at somewhat a decent time so I can get up and start back with my routine of working out at 5 a.m. in the morning. So I'll bring you along there. I'm so excited to be doing Vlogmas, and I hope you stick around for the 25, and maybe we'll do all of December days. So anyways, I will see you in my next video. Happy Vlogmas.
Hit the like button, subscribe to my channel.